All right, everybody, thank y'all so much for taking a few minutes with me. You all know that I'm Mr. Kennedy because I've subbed for you several times, and you're my absolute favorite class. So I was glad to get to come and teach your class for just a few minutes. Can everybody say hi so that everybody knows you're there?
Hi.
Perfect, thank you so much. So today, this is going to be super quick, probably like 5 minutes so we can knock this out, okay? And I know y'all are so ready to probably get back on your iPad. Y'all enjoyed your Christmas festivities so far?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. All right, well, let's knock this out together. You can get a pencil or a just a black or whatever color you want to use. And today we're going to talk about the water cycle. So if you can write right up at the top, the water cycle. Okay? So just right up here at the top, anywhere, you can put the water cycle. Alright. This is one of the, in Mississippi, one of the 3rd or 4th grade standards to meet. So that's why I'm teaching this today. And y'all are helping me with my assignment. So I get to help you guys with your assignments, but today you're helping me with my assignment. Isn't that pretty cool?
Yes, sir.
It's very kind of you, and I really appreciate it. All right, so we'll start down here at the bottom. Looks like we got a nice little lake and a waterfall. So if you guys want to, why don't y'all maybe do this lake. Oh, that's really small. Let's paint this lake blue. What is that lake blue? We're going to talk about this water first. Okay. So we're going to start the water cycle down here at the bottom. All right. So everybody knows what rain is, right? Everybody every once in a while sees fog early in the morning sometimes, right? And then you see maybe these creeks are kind of rushing water when it's raining a lot. There might be a little flooding. All of that is part of the water cycle. So to start with, you're going to have places like ponds, lakes, even the oceans. This is where water has collected, and we're going to talk about that at the end. This is where water has collected, okay? So the first step, you see this arrow that's pointing up. Can somebody tell me what that word is right above that arrow? Reese.
Collection.
Well, that's the wrong arrow. What about this one over here on the right side?
Evaporation.
Evaporation. Awesome. Does anybody know what evaporation is? What is evaporation? When the water starts drying up and you see it like early in the mornings, you see like that fog, but that water evaporates, it starts drying up, and it goes up into the air. Let's pick like a gray color, because that's kind of, fog's kind of gray, right? So we'll kind of pick like a gray color, maybe shade that in. It's kind of foggy, right? So that is called evaporation. So when the water leaves the earth and goes up into the sky, that is called evaporation. And you can color in that sun if you want to as well, because that sun and that heat pulls the moisture up from the earth and brings it to the sky. It turns the water into, anybody know what it turns the water into?
Steam.
Well, sort of. What is steam? If it's not a solid or a liquid, what is it?
Liquid.
I guess. Perfect. I guess. Perfect. Good job. All right. So now all the water is up in the sky and it starts collecting. What do we see up in the sky when all the water starts collecting? You see clouds. Can somebody tell me what that's called? It's right there at the top of your paper.
Condensation.
Condensation, perfect. So that's where all the water collects up in the sky. I'm gonna do that one gray, but I'm gonna do it a little darker gray, make it look like it's about to rain. Like a blackish color. It's like a rainy day. So we're gonna color it in maybe kind of dark, like maybe a thunderstorm or something. All right, well, if we got clouds that are real thick, what happens when it gets real cloudy? And it starts raining. Can anybody tell me what that rain is called?
Droplets.
Droplets. Precipitation. Good job, precipitation. What kind of forms of precipitation are there?
Droplets.
Well, you got droplet, but I mean, like, what would you call? First of all, we know rain is precipitation, right? It rains. What else comes from the sky?
Snow.
You got snow and hail. Good job.
Thunder.
Well, lightning and thunder, but that's what's happening up in the clouds. But yeah, you have snow and hail and rain, and all those things come down, and that is called precipitation. All right. So we got you got water on Earth. It has evaporated by the sun. It's turned into clouds. It's collected up in the atmosphere. It's turned into clouds. That's called condensation. It starts to rain. That's precipitation. And then we have one last one down here at the bottom. Who can tell me what this is? Coulter, go ahead. What do you got? Tell me what that is. It's this one right here. Yeah, collection. Collection, or they call it like runoff, where the water collects kind of in higher ground and it runs off. And this is why sometimes when it rains a lot, has anybody ever seen like a creek that's been flooded real bad? Yeah, so all that water runs off, and it runs off into these creeks, and that water's got to go somewhere. So that's why you see they have like a mountain over here to the side. I'm gonna do like maybe like a brownish color. So you have like a mountain here to the side, and then you can see right here, what do we have? What's this right here?
Water.
It's a water what?
Creek.
A waterfall. We can say a creek, that's fine. You have a waterfall where all of a sudden everything starts to collect again in these places, okay? So what is the first step that we talked about in the water cycle? Evaporation, which means what?
Steam.
Steam.
When the water goes into the sky.
When the water's going up into the sky, it turns into a gas, it goes up into the sky. What's next?
Condensation.
Condensation, perfect. What's that mean?
It means transferring, like it goes and like it transfers to the clouds, and then
Yep.
like the clouds like fill up, and then it starts.
Yep. So all that water collects and condensates. It creates clouds up in the atmosphere. What happens next? Once we have clouds?
Precipitation.
Precipitation. What's that mean, Leo?
It means like when water came out of the cloud, it collects it again and again.
Yeah. Water comes out of the clouds, and what forms?
In droplets. Snow,
Droplets.
hail,
Snow, hail, or rain. Perfect. And then once it falls and hits the ground, what happens? Collection. Where does the water go?
In
Lake, rivers. Perfect. So, anybody have any questions? All right. Did y'all enjoy this lesson?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I'm really glad. I enjoyed it too. Thank y'all so much for paying attention. I know y'all are super ready to get back to what you were doing. And thank you to Miss Stephanie for allowing me to teach your class.